So you could really tell the difference?
I think so. Like, I really think every race has its own smell.
Wow, that's so weird. So you're telling me, like, if I were to jar up a little bit of smell of every race, you'd be able to tell the difference? Or at least...
Yeah, for sure. I think so.
Man.
Like,
Like a Pepsi challenge?
You're right. I can smell them when they walk into the shop.
hey, that's not... Well, no, I mean, like for instance, like some races smell worse than others. Like I would think the Indianapolis 500 probably smells the worst because, you know, a lot of people drink beer. So the smell of the beer and the ethanol and like the tire burning smells bad. Where Daytona Beach, you know, it's by the beach, so you have that salt in the air and you can kind of smell that.
Get
So,
the breeze going through and... Yeah, for sure, right?
So I think so. I think they all...
Yeah, the environment they're in.
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
think we're all thinking something different.
I wasn't thinking that. Fucking asshole. Fucking dick.
Welcome to Toad House, a podcast about nothing and everything. How are you guys this morning?
How you doing?
Good. We're here with Mondo. And
Hello. And Tiny.
And Tiny. Yeah.
Show it off.
Don't call Noah that.
Like how you guys were talking about the smell. Could you keep a fart in a jar? You guys think it gets in there?
I think people have done that before,
I
right?
think there's some female somewhere.
Mythbusters.
she sells them, right?
Yes.
She sells them.
There it is, actually.
But like when it gets to
Somebody
you,
thought of
is
that,
the
bro.
like you unwrap it or undo it, and then does the fart come out, or is it gone?
Because it's gas. And I'm sure if it's trapped, if you can trap it in the jar, I don't know if you would need a specific
Like,
type
is
of
there a
seal.
shelf life or what?
Yeah,
I'm sure there
sometimes-
is. Like, it'll escape
Yeah,
a little,
right.
right?
It'll
But I'm-
seep out.
Okay, but like think about like the process, right?
Expiration date.
So like when
Expiration
she's
This part
farting,
is good till.
Best of used by...
when she's farting in it, there's that second when she goes,
No, yeah. There's that little second of,
everybody think, right?
When you lose that good fartness, like,
unless she has good pressure to shoot it at the end of the jar. That way she can.
she's tight. She could, like...
Or no, you need a guy right there with the lid right. So as soon as you
Ready
fart,
to go.
She even pinches her asshole like a water hose so like, the stream goes straight.
Man, people sell anything, man. They sell used panties or used
Oh, yeah, yeah.
underwear.
The bath water. Remember the
Bath
Bath
water.
water. No way.
Yeah, Belle Delphine's bathwater. I might
Yeah,
have
they
a
got
couple of
huge.
jars of it.
There's some perfume that smells like some girl's vagina.
Oh, they
Oh.
have a candle. There's
They have
a
the
candle,
candle,
and
too?
it's Gwyneth Paltrow.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
And the candle literally says, "This candle smells like my pussy" or something.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like, and they say when you smell it, like it just smells like a candle. And they're like, it's bullshit. Your pussy smells this good all the time. Whatever.
Yeah, she throws in some sandalwood and
Patchouli.
lavender. Patchouli. You
Wow.
fuck.
Some
I don't know
great smelling
about
pussy.
patchouli.
a scentologist, right? Imagine somebody who's just smelling her right and trying to get the aroma and trying to match it.
It's 20% sandalwood.
That has to exist, right?
Because I've seen it with artists. Have you seen where an artist will get like a...
Like they get a thing and then they go like that and get the blue and make the sky all perfect.
Yeah,
and
have
it
you
looks
seen
all-
somebody matches colors like perfectly? Like he'll get
And then they'll do it like that and then you don't even see it like go on to different.
and it's funny because sometimes the colors they use, you know, like they start, you know, like if they're trying, I've seen it when they have like an orange and they'll take a photo of it and they'll try and color half of it. And, you know, you think just regular, the color orange would match it, but sometimes they're a little off. So sometimes they'll start using greens and purples and all these just to give it weird tones.
Sometimes even like a black and it's like how the hell.
And they match it identical. So I could imagine somebody doing the same with
For
smells.
smell?
Right?
Yeah, of course. They have to. They,
Oh.
well, we're perfumes, right? They have to duplicate that same exact formula and smell the same.
And I want to be the guy that
Thousands of bottles.
I want to be the guy that sniffs Gwyneth Paltrow's pussy and is like, all right, yeah, it's a little bit of this.
Citrus? Come on, I need some citrus. some,
Citrus. Citrus. A little bit of cocoa butter in there.
Cocoa butter.
Yeah, it's like those people that like restore paintings, right? Like they kind of have to do the same thing. They have to like match the colors and match the style, and I'm sure there's a lot that goes behind that.
The brush, the stroke.
Because I know like me and Mondo have had this talk where we'll do paintings and then we just let them sit there for 3-4 months, and we go back
Oh,
into it.
fuck yeah.
And
I do
you
that a
know,
lot.
there might be green, but we have so many different
Like, oh,
hues of green.
fuck, what did I use?
Which green did
Yeah,
I
which
use?
brand?
What
You can,
brand?
you know.
What did I cut it
Yeah.
with? Was it yellow? Was it white? And then you start painting, and it's off.
Yeah.
And then you have to redo the whole painting, or you've got to really blend it.
Right. Blend it to the rest of the painting, whatever little area you missed, you gotta blend it into the rest of the old shit. Fuck.
And
Yeah,
I'm
it can be
sure we have
frustrating.
way more experience than most people, and I mean, we have a hard time with it. So,
Oh yeah, man. It's hard to come back and match those same colors.
so that'd be cool if somebody's doing the same thing but with smells. Huh? Like they can smell some deep. Like even when
Sure
people
they
do the
are.
wine tasting, have you seen that? How it's like they swirl it and like, oh, this
Yeah.
has, and I mean, I don't know if you
The
believe them.
notes of this
Notes
and
of,
that.
yeah.
Very oaky.
You can tell it was.
Yeah, well, with cook, chefs do that too. I'm sure they go eat somewhere and, oh man, has to have this and that, and they make their own version.
Fermented in an oak barrel.
yeah, with whiskey.
Yeah.
They say the thing about the oak barrels, and yeah, with cooking certain herbs and spices and.
What about kimchi? You ever had kimchi?
Kimchi.
That's fermented cabbage. That shit must
Oh, I
smell
think I
like
have had
shit.
yeah.
No kimchi.
I've
No,
had
It's
it.
kind of
Yeah.
spicy. I'll put like.
I just know it's fermented and it's
Is that the
I'm
thing
sure
they have
I've
at
had it. It sounds
Sunny's?
familiar.
I don't know. Is it Chinese, Japanese? What is that? Kimchi.
Korean, right?
Korean? I'm not sure. I've
it's
just heard of
Korean.
it, but it's fermented cabbage, right?
Uh-huh.
That shit must be pungent.
You think that's what when they're smelling Gwyneth Paltrow? They're like,
It smells like kimchi.
it's a kimchi and lavender.
A beautiful blend of sandalwood, kimchi, and lavender.
She's like, oh, I'm gonna go home and shower. I'll be back tomorrow.
Hints of catfish. Get a little bit of catfish in there.
I don't know. I'm more down with Selma Hayek. I would I'll buy her candles or whatever she sells. I like her, man. I don't know.
Toe jam candle. I'm down. All the way.
From Selma Hayek for sure, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Who do you like, Noah? Who's you
Who's
got?
your celebrity crush?
Tiny.
Tiny.
Tiny?
That's your favorite.
Yeah.
It goes Tiny, and then Ryan Seacrest. And
Justin
the dude that plays
Bieber.
Aquaman.
And Mr. Bean.
What about me?
I think you're like 6, maybe.
Fuck. Mr. Bean. What happened to those guys? What about Benny Hill? Remember Benny Hill?
Oh man, that was the funniest, right?
Yeah, that was shit. Yeah, it was perverted, dude. Like fucking right for
Yeah,
those
yeah.
days.
And funny though, like it was.
Yeah, it was.
funny.
Yeah, it was funny. It wasn't just raunchy, but it was raunchy. But
Yeah, it was
funny.
raunchy.
But it was funny.
And it's funny because growing up, this happened all the time with like Family Guy, because they'd always reference everything, and Noah would always see them but never realizing what they were. Then one time he saw Benny Hill, and he's like, "Oh, I've seen that on Family Guy where they all start."
When that little music starts playing.
they all
It's like
start.
they're running from hallway to hallway.
It's always him chasing the maids and all that, right? He's always chasing. He'll be
That
on
song,
his deathbed.
yeah.
They
That's
took
like-
that from Family Guy.
Same thing when I showed him Revenge of the Nerds, and they're doing the.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
the talent
electric
show, yeah.
electric violin.
And he's like, I've seen that.
They did it on
Family
Family,
Guy
Guy.
did
Dude, they
first.
just fucking Family Guy touched on every fucking thing, right?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Every
He
fucking thing,
referenced
everything.
He just
Every
redid
movie,
everything.
every media,
Yeah, he just
the
redid.
music, and everything.
A lot of people shit on Family Guy, but man, yeah, the references are like unparalleled. Like they're fucking great and they're funny and you can't. Yeah, they like you said, they reference everything in pop
Yeah, all
culture.
types of
Anything
media.
that was funny, anything that was irrelevant. Family Guy's done a version of it right here.
There's a funny story where a friend of mine, she had asked me to be a big brother to a kid who wanted to be an artist, and he kind of grew up a rough life. Remember him?
Yeah.
He grew up a rough life, and he was a little bit of like a cholo kid, like just super serious. And him and Noah I took him to Carlsbad Caverns, and it's kind of a far drive, and the kid's just quiet, and everything I'm saying he's just shooting down. I mean, he's polite, but. And then Noah had his little portable DVD, and Noah's like, "Hey, let's watch Family Guy." And I asked him, "Hey, you like Family Guy?" He's like, "Oh, it's not funny." So I'm like, "All right, well, we're gonna put it on."
Oh,
And as
man.
we're putting it on, it's hilarious, and you can tell this kid wants to laugh, but he's holding it back, like
He's too prideful.
too
to
prideful.
let you win.
Yeah, too prideful.
Nah, I said it wasn't funny. No, I'm not gonna laugh.
Yeah, exactly. But then after about 45 minutes, oh man, all of us were just fucking laughing our asses off, and it helped break his tough guy.
Then you guys pause it. Oh, faggot, we caught you.
You laughed.
Get
You're so gay now.
Right? Get out of here.
out of the fucking car.
I wanted a little brother, not a little sister.
Little sister.
Oh, but it was just so funny because it's hilarious. Family Guy is funny.
Yeah.
So now he's doing life in prison.
So,
No, he went off to the military. Right?
So he's doing life in prison.
so yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
right.
that's even worse. No, there's a Keenan Peele skit like that with a prideful cholo. One plays a prideful cholo.
Oh yeah.
That shit's hilarious.
He's like, no, I'm good,
Right,
man.
right.
Oh, I'm good. I'm gonna stand. Everybody's sitting down. Hey, sit down, bro. Like, nah, I'm gonna stand, bro. Like, but why are you gonna stand? Everybody's sitting down.
Right, he
Yeah.
lands on that table, it breaks, and he stabs himself. He's like, oh, man.
I'm good. This don't even hurt.
And then he dies, and they're like, go to the light. Nah, man. Heaven's for pussies.
I'm gonna just stand right here, bro.
Yo, bro, you just got shanked, man. We gotta pull that out. Leave it. I'm chilling, Holmes.
Dude, I grew up with a lot of those fuckers, bro. It's funny to see that. Like, they're really prideful. Some of those dudes, like,
Yeah,
Did-
some people in middle school, like, they don't like.
well, it's shit. That mentality's middle school, I think. Because, man, come on, man.
And it stays with them until they grow up. Because I was saying, my
Yeah,
dad's the
that's what I'm
same way.
saying. Shit, my dad's the same way, you know? But it's, I don't know. I don't know what that is. Is it pride? What is that?
I think it's just you're expected to act a certain way as like a guy, right? And I guess as time goes on, now it's getting softer, so it's cool.
I think it's just
Cry.
different cultures, maybe, how someone grows up.
Because yeah, my dad and my grandpa never showed emotion. Like they were cold, ice cold.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah, like,
that's what it is. If you complain at all, you're a pussy. You know, you're not a man because you're complaining about anything. You're crying. To stop your crying. You know, that was very much the old.
Bites
you know,
down and fucking smells.
yeah,
the
take it
Gwyneth
like be a
Paltrow
man.
candle and-
Like be a man.
Right.
Be a man.
Right. Everything's be a man. You can't complain. You can't cry. You can't fold. You know. I guess that's what that generation was about.
Which is
It's not.
good.
It's just good. It's not necessarily bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Just I guess you just gotta check how far you take it sometimes. Like which insignificant shit like that. You know, like you're just gonna stand there just because what? What are you trying to prove? You know.
Like, didn't somebody just come out? Like a celebrity just came out saying they had some speech where like men have feelings and men need to be,
Yeah.
and it's like yeah we do, but I mean
Yeah, don't take it overboard either. I
Yeah,
guess
don't take
right?
it
There's
yeah,
a
exactly.
balance.
Like gay.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but see that, and then that happens, you know.
but yeah,
Yeah,
like but I would
some
say
people take it overboard. Like now you're too fucking sensitive. Now you're wearing, now you got purses and shit, and dudes with dresses and shit. Which is, you know, to each their own. You know, I mean, in the '80s, androgyny was all crazy, right? Like
What's wrong with purses, man?
wear like lace and fucking ruffles and
It's a side
makeup.
bag.
Oh, that's right. It's a side bag.
satchel,
It's a satchel, dick.
Indiana Jones, right?
Right? He's not gay. He's badass. That's
He's badass.
manly
That's-
man of men.
You gonna call Indiana Jones gay?
Right?
I remember
Oh,
even like in
absolutely.
the like the late '80s, the dudes would wear like the little crop tops, like Johnny Depp and on the movies.
Oh yeah, dude.
I wore 'em. And it was like
Hell yeah.
A fucking jersey
the
cut like
Japanese
to
flag. Crop
Yeah,
top.
exactly.
Fuck yeah, fuck yeah.
The matching headband with it.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I have one that my ex was like, I'm getting rid of this, and I was like, this is awesome. I'm bringing it back, and then it's all fat. Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't wear this. Yeah, I'm bringing them back.
Yeah, the '80s crop tops, right? Kind of.
Fuck yeah. Or the fucking headbands or the
Yeah,
armbands. I don't know, some way out of fashion.
The skinny jeans.
But it all comes back. I wonder, has it came back? The 80s?
the '80s
Little
came
bit,
back.
yeah.
They came back for a little bit, huh?
Stranger Things has like 80s vibes. People wearing that hair and they fucking.
Yeah,
Girls kind
yeah,
of wear
definitely.
those jeans, like the mom jeans.
The mom
The
jeans.
mom jeans.
I don't like them.
fuck no. I'm not flattering at all. I want the biker
I didn't like him on
shorts.
my mom, and I don't like him now.
Remember the biker shorts?
Which
I don't know
one?
if you remember. They were fucking really tight.
yeah, the
spandex.
I see Noah wear some of
Oh
those.
man.
Yeah, I wear those. After the gym, I'll just come straight here in those.
Like the old school NBA shorts where they're like way up here, right? And they're all fucking little. And
With like the socks with the stripes,
there you go.
right?
I might have some. Oh no, not today. Get the
What's up,
stripes.
Tiny? Like the biker shorts? This is a horny fucking dog, dude. Honestly. Honestly, bro. He's always humping my fucking arm.
Except after his dad.
Man, I don't know what you've been watching. In
You?
our bedroom.
He's just like
Backdoor sluts.
backdoor sluts 10.
Canine invasion.
The canine invasion.
Or is that 11?
Might have been 11.
Might have been
You've
11.
seen them all.
Yeah,
Which
you've
one's
seen
your
them all.
favorite?
Fucking Tiny. What is he so focused on? What would he be hunting? What do you think, man? What is on his mind right now? And fucking shop is just what territory?
Wanna
Claiming
fuck.
territory.
I
or
know
what?
he saw that pigeon over there, and he was like all trying to like get
He
it.
took like 5 pisses already. You know, is that like territorial pissing?
Probably.
Probably, right?
Yeah, I'm sure animals have a certain little.
They have an agenda, right?
Yeah,
Everywhere they
agenda.
go.
And
Sure.
each
Like, all right,
breed
I'm gonna
has-
fucking
each-
claim.
I'm sure each breed has an agenda too.
He's just watching. He's like taking care of the shop for us. He's a bodyguard.
Yeah, he's territorial. I'm telling you, in the room, anybody goes in or gets close to the door, he's barking. He's
Yeah, Chihuahuas
Is that
have
it?
always been like that. Growing up, my aunt had some, and man, they're the feistiest.
they're vicious
little-
too.
Yeah,
They'll
yeah.
fucking bite your
Yeah,
ankles.
they'll
They don't
and
bite
give a
shit.
fuck. They'll fight
give a
like a
fuck.
giant dog. Like my mom's little chihuahuas will try to fight my Rottweiler. Like, dude, that thing would just ragdoll him in 1 second.
dude.
But they didn't give a fuck.
And obviously, they know their size, right? They can comprehend.
I don't know.
I don't know, dude.
feel
I
like
don't,
they
I
don't
don't,
even give a
I think
fuck,
it thinks
really.
he's
They
a
don't-
giant, man.
Or is it so small that it realizes it, so it knows I've got to be so aggressive?
It's got a Napoleon complex.
Well, that's
Yeah,
kind of like humans do that too. I don't know. The
Yeah, for
Napoleon.
sure.
Are you a Napoleon complex dog? I don't know.
Cock half the size of his body.
Right? I mean, that's cool proportionately. That's a big old pito, man.
Nice.
Hey, man.
That's like his whole
Right on.
forearm. Like, damn.
Yeah,
hell
dude.
Yeah.
My other dog's fucking goes all the way up to his fucking neck, bro. Fucking dog. I tell you, he's at
Takes up after
90%
his
cock.
daddy. 90%.
He's 90%
cock.
penis.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking chihuahua,
I wonder he's so
bro.
confident. He's fucking. He's like, look at
Yeah,
this.
he
See this
stands
shit?
proud. Like, damn.
Does that dog have a second tail?
No shit. He wags his cock when he sees Mondo.
So you can kick my ass, but I'll still have a bigger dick.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh.
Yeah, I remember one time taking Loki to the dog park, and he was maybe about 6 months, and then some man's like, "Wow, he's got some big balls on him." It's like,
Those are nice.
I'm like, "Hey, stay away from that guy." He's out here measuring
Shit.
dog balls.
He's got some pretty nice, some pretty big balls in him. All right, let's check out the dog now.
Or no, the other day with his feet.
This is a pretty nice feet, bro.
Yeah, he took it all like I was flirting with him.
Yeah, that whole week, Noah wore sandals, all confident.
Is
Right?
Mondo,
You're
is
like-
Mondo coming in?
Just waiting for you.
Put
to-
on my sandals.
He's
waiting
coming
for you
in
to
today,
get it
right?
down.
Going barefoot today.
But yeah, like we were talking about earlier, do you think there's like an agenda going on with trying to, just trying to change what works? Like, because, yeah, not that men can't care or can't have feelings, but, man has even since like old tribes and, I'm sure a man had a duty to provide and
Oh yeah, for
Sure.
sure.
Roll.
a role. Yeah, man had we all have roles and,
Provider, defender.
yeah, right.
You know, as a
The breeder.
yeah. Well,
And now
I
all
guess
that's
things were
getting-
simpler, right? Simpler, more clear cut. I mean, maybe it was easier too on the psyche being so clear cut. Okay, you're expected to do this. You're expected. Now, who the fuck knows what is up or down now? You know, what's your role? Who are you? You know, what I
Like
mean?
the one that always pops up on my feed is that one I don't even know what kind of store it's in, but it's a man dressed like a woman, and he's like, "You called me sir." You see that one? He's like, "Oh, man,"
I
and
think so.
he's like, "We can step outside," and he's like he looks like a big dude. He's bigger than the guy he's yelling at. And it's like, you know, he looks like a guy with lipstick and hair and a guy
yeah, that's-
voice.
yeah.
and
Outside.
Yeah.
like I almost feel
It's
like
ma'am.
It's
Yeah, I know
ma'am,
what
yeah,
you're-
you seen that one, right?
It's
Yeah,
ma'am.
it's ma'am. And fucking deep ass voice.
Excuse me, sir. There's a young man in here. You watch him out.
Excuse me, it's ma'am.
I'm
It
sorry.
is ma'am.
I can call the police if you'd like me.
so I feel like somebody, just the way that comes off to me, looks like that person dresses like that, and is just waiting for anybody to
Yeah, looking for confrontation. almost,
looking
like,
for confrontation.
sure.
Yeah.
Right. It's like a chick who's half naked walking down the street. Oh, what are you looking at, you sick fuck? You know?
It's like,
Like,
what do you
well, what
think
else
I'm
are we gonna?
looking
It's
at?
a half naked person walking down the street. First of all, it doesn't matter what you look like. If you're half naked, people are gonna look automatically.
Yeah, like when no one walks down the street with this fucking toe thong.
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
can't,
Yeah,
you
you
know.
Causing accidents
I know,
with
right?
everybody.
you're gonna look. My eyes are. I'm more than just my toes. Like, no, we're gonna fucking look at them.
Yeah, like I remember I was in Vegas with a friend of mine, and as we're walking in with the Fremont area,
Yeah, old strip.
yeah, there's girls, you know, dressed half naked, and you know they're taking pictures. And she made a comment like, "Oh, I saw you turn over there," and I'm like, "Well, I mean, yeah, I just saw a lot of skin." And I turned, and you know, whatever, and you know, she's giving me a hard time. And as we're walking, a guy's dressed like Paul Stanley, but he's just he's all naked, just in a little thong, but you know, he has the Kiss makeup, and he's walking by. You know, we just see all that skin, and then she turns, and I'm like, I saw you turn. Like, yeah, that's awkward. That's not something you see every day, and it's
Right.
going to catch
Right.
attention, whether
Right.
it's a guy walking naked, a girl. You know, I don't know. It's just
Skin.
Yeah, for sure. Right.
it's just a lot of skin that just you know, at the beach, you're not going to be doing that because everybody's dressed like that. But if there's a guy at the beach wearing
A hoodie.
a hoodie,
A
a
suit.
snowsuit, and all that, well, he's
You'd
going to
be
grab
like,
it.
"Whoa," like,
I'm sure
Right.
people would look at him like, hey, what's up with that guy? He's the odd guy. But, you know, I don't know. I think.
But just people are always trying to be aware of their surroundings just automatically, anyways.
Oh,
just
yeah,
look
yeah.
around. Okay, what the fuck's that? What's that?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
that's
and then
just if you're smart, you'll do that.
yeah.
But I mean, just automatically. So you're gonna catch. Oh shit! What the fuck is that? It's gonna make you pause, right?
Yeah, just like the guy dressed like a robot and, you know,
Right.
he's moving, you know, that gets your attention. Because, yeah, they're trying to get your attention. That's how they're making their money.
Right. And so are these chicks, man. Of course,
Yeah.
women love attention.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck? It's they need that almost like air and water.
No, yeah, for
attention
sure.
and compliments. So yeah, they're looking for it too. They're out there trying to attract any kind of people looking at them. I mean, not gawking at them is a difference, right?
Yeah, then there's a difference between, like, yeah, I can see if you're following a girl all
Yeah, like oh shit, like
taking pictures.
the old bicep.
Man, yesterday I went to Rubik's and man, I asked for like $5 for my card in the coins, but man, this guy at the bar was hounding on this girl, and I just felt bad. Like, she
You
was
feel
already
bad for
kind
the
of like,
girl, huh? She's like, fuck my life, I'm just trying to.
man, and he just wouldn't stop, and it was just kind of like man, he was getting annoying, like just.
Especially when they're like working, like that's so fucked up. Because they can't be like fuck off because they're
Yeah, bartenders or whatever.
it's their
Like
job,
they're
like,
supposed
they
to be
can't
nice.
be-
They're supposed to be
Yeah,
flirtatious.
they want the
or-
tip too.
Yeah.
They don't.
Like this
Yeah,
girl
exactly.
likes me. I got a chance.
Did you hear the way she asked, what do I want to drink? Like she's like, oh, she cares about
She
you.
said, honey. She said, babe.
She said, "Enjoy your meal."
But just the way she said, "Enjoy your meal," like oh, she wants
Like,
me.
what does that mean? Like,
I got a chance. Yeah, man, fuck.
I'm gonna go take pictures of her. Yeah, I could see like where people like almost have like an agenda, like you said, where whatever they're pushing, that's what matters to them. And like I always find it weird how like people get offended, really offended, and like complain and this and that, but it's only about what like concerns them. Like, but if they make like a joke about fat people, oh, they're not there, right? They're defending them. It's just whatever's in their view, whatever
yeah.
benefits them, right? It's never. So it always just seems so phony.
yeah, it's so fun. Because, yeah, I've seen videos too where they flip it on them when they're like, oh, you assume, you're assuming my race or my gender, and then they're saying that, and then they'll call you something, and then you're like, hey, you're calling me a man. You're assuming my race or my gender or my, whatever. But it works both ways, and people definitely have an agenda, and
Yeah, they try to push it on everybody else. Like you're supposed to abide by their rules and agendas, and I mean, every man's mind is his own universe, right? I mean,
yeah.
you might think totally different than somebody else. I don't know. The older I get, the more I understand that. You
But
know?
yeah, every man's mind is their own universe.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. Because, I mean, as long as you accept everybody, it's like, yeah, I'm not judging you for the way you dress or whatever. I just said sir because you're a man dressed like a woman.
You're trying to be polite, but
Yeah, trying
they
to-
don't even they take it as, oh, you're trying to be mean and fucked up, and it's like, no,
And that sucks for that person's mind because that's their universe. Just
Yeah.
confrontation and like,
Well, in that universe, it's my way or the highway, I guess. You know, and
Yeah,
it's just gonna crash with everybody else's fucking universe. You know, so there's got to be that common ground, I guess. What they say, you know, like okay, we both got to acknowledge we got to live this fucking life, and we both got to go to this store. We probably gonna bump into each other. Just don't fuck with me. I won't fuck with you.
yeah, help each other.
Yeah, and if you need help, pay it forward, like they said, right?
Like,
Well, a lot of those dudes are like, that's their job. Like, they actually make a living off that shit, man. There's been, like, on the news.
I've
where they
even
catch-
seen,
yeah.
I've even
make
seen
good money.
videos where like a homeless dude will confront another homeless guy like, this is my block, like you
Yeah,
can't be
well-
here, and it's like, that's so fucked up. Like,
Well, because that's where he makes
yeah, it's
his
his,
money.
yeah, exactly.
That's his
it's
fucking
his hustle. It's
Yeah, it's a hustle.
I remember there was a story where one of those guys made more than most teachers.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's been on in the news before. It's a known fact. You know, these fuckers make. There's a sucker born every minute, or is there's people with a big heart? What is that?
the way I do it now is, I mean, because I do like helping, and I just feel like,
Well,
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
But I'll look at the man, and if he looks younger than me, healthier than me, or just let's like, yeah, you could work. I'm not giving you money. You can go do
offer him
something.
a job.
Yeah, but
Then watch them be like, no, I'm all right, man.
but sometimes you see people and they're a little off, or unless they're playing it. But
Well,
they
see, that's the thing,
They
bro.
seem a
Like,
little off, or
People just play people. They prey on the people that are good hearted.
yeah,
a
for
lot
sure.
of times,
Yeah, for sure.
It makes, oh man, and I don't know. Over the years, that's happened to me a lot. Like I'll give change and stuff. Come to find out, these people are probably making more than me. You know what I mean?
No,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
More
how
than
much
the
do you think
common
they make?
astronaut.
Yeah. So you feel like fuck, man. It makes you, and so it makes you.
Man, it sucks.
it makes me kind of cold hearted.
Yeah, so it
over
sucks. Is
time.
like people who really need it, you're more likely to
Yeah.
think twice. Like, nah, I don't know. Are they fucking with me? And it's because of fucked up people that take advantage of
I
people.
was just talking to Alex about that. Is it bad to have like selective karma that you? Because he says, "Oh, okay, karma is you just be good to anybody, whoever asks."
Oh no, yeah, you have to be good to anybody.
But even
But you don't
what
have
if
to
you
give them
know
money.
that these people are out to fuck you over? Is it still now? Is it foolish, or is it still that isn't up to you to decide? That's what he says. It ain't for you to judge what your karma. How you're gonna give it back?
As
If
long
you're
as
gonna give
you're
it back,
giving it.
just as long as you give it back. And I'm more like, fuck, man. I don't know, man. Do I really want to be played and knowing that I'm being played? You know what I mean?
But that's the thing. You're not. I don't think you're being played. You're not being played.
No.
That's on them.
Nah.
That's on them.
I mean, I
you're,
do-
You're
I
being
do
a good
help.
person. You're being a good person.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
That's-
battery cables and shit like that. Somebody's broke down, and if I can help, I will. Shit like that. I mean, shit that's obvious. Oh man, this fucker needs help.
Yeah.
But if it's some guy transient, I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure.
Transient.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah, you can help out more than like you just said. You can help out in more than one way. You don't have to just be giving people money, like change.
Right.
And I think stopping over, jumping somebody's car is way more of an effort than giving somebody change.
Yeah, because they don't like need it. Like they kind of just want it and it'll help them. But yeah, when you're jumping starting a car, like they're in serious, like they need something.
a
they need
predicament.
help. Yeah, they're in a predicament.
Yeah, but
Like-
you could see it obviously. Oh man, this guy needs fucking help. So it's more like I said, clear cut.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
like,
for
well,
sure.
It's for sure. Nah, this guy's not playing me, and I want to help.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
yeah, I think we
I
should
don't
help
know.
each other for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm all for that. It's just like my opinion is more like it's more selective now as I'm getting older.
Yeah,
I don't feel it dumb.
Like it's
Help,
funny
you know,
too when you
clean,
see somebody and they're asking for money and like, oh, what's the matter? Oh, I'm hungry. All right, I'll go buy you some food, and they get mad like, I just want the money so, so I could go buy beer.
Fuck you.
Yeah, they get all mad.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, one
That's
time
what
I
I'm
was at
saying.
the mall and there was a guy. He's like, "Hey man, like, I'm like $1 short of a Chick-fil-A sandwich. Could you spare it?" And I was like, "You know, I actually have like some points on my app. I'll go get you one." He's like, "You don't just have that dollar."
Yeah, it's like, ah, fuck.
See, and it just proves my point, man. Just-
Suck dick for your drugs like the rest of us, asshole. Like,
Yeah, I felt bad. I was like, "Oh man, like, I was gonna get this guy a sandwich and yeah."
yeah, because you want to help, right? But
And then he
it's-
says something like that. It's kind of like, "Oh, like, so you want the sandwich or?"
no, he wants your dollar to go get high, or
Yeah, he wants my dollar.
put it with the rest of his stash.
And then when I was, I remember when I left, because I didn't give him the dollar. I didn't give him anything.
I didn't give him shit.
And then
Is that when you went upstairs and you pulled the trick with you tie the dollar to the fishing line and you throw it down? And then you lure him and then, got you. Got you.
Sucker.
no, but when I was leaving, I saw him.
Fishnet.
Fishing for homeless at the mall.
It's just quarters all the way to like a box with a stick. You pull the stick.
Quick, tag him. To tag him with the, yeah, this guy, he didn't accept the Chick-fil-A.
Like the crocodile hunter. Shh, shh, shh. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Tag him and take him to the other mall and set him out in the wild.
You can see the stab marks on this one. He's been in a lot of fights.
Asking for dollars and let's see what's in his pocket, right? Oh, he's got a bunch of dollars just.
Right?
This
Fuckers.
guy's got more money than I do.
Oh, sorry. No. Go ahead.
No, but yeah, when I was leaving, he was doing another round. He was coming around, and I saw him asking a lady, and I was like, "Oh man,
Did you ruin it? Like, hey, stop.
I already gave him a $1.
he doesn't want the sandwich. He doesn't want."
Doesn't want the fucking. Here it is. We're just throwing sandwiches at him. Boom. Fucking sandwich. It's like I remember being young. I don't know if you guys ever saw it, and I'd go to like restaurants, and then the dude would come in and put the little keychain on everyone's table, and it was like, "I am deaf. I'm selling keychains," and it was always the same message, the same types of keychains. After a while, it was like, I should get an air horn, right, and go behind him and fucking like, "You fucking liar! You're not deaf."
Yeah, I remember at Mama's, there used to be a guy. He would come in like all slow. Oh, I think he was dropped off. Like someone was waiting for him.
This is mom.
And he had a bunch of dolls, and he would always like, he would walk so slow, and then he would, just kind of like with that, not an act.
Yeah,
but-
they were like handmade Raggedy Ann dolls.
There's a market for that, right?
So false. What about false? What do they call it? False valor? When people would dress up like in camouflage. Fake valor. There you go. Fake
My
valor.
friends died in that uniform. My friends raped a Vietnamese lady in that uniform. You can't wear that.
You can't wear camouflage.
You
What?
gotta earn it. Yeah,
Yeah, fucking
false
Alex
valor,
calls
fake
me out
valor.
on that shit every time I wear camouflage. False,
Fake valor.
I mean, camo's cool, but I mean, if you're wearing maybe
The
that
full thing with like
military-
a
Well,
the
yeah, if you're
backwards
a fucking
American
Purple
flag.
Heart.
And
A Purple Heart, yeah.
Purple Heart. Yeah, that'd be fucked up.
Desert,
It's like me-
Desert
right.
Storm. Yeah, you can't advertise any of that.
asking
Yeah, you
for
have no
military
right, bro.
discounts. Fucking piece of shit. Like,
I get that all the time because I'm bald and when I'm clean shaven, oh, military discount. I'm like, damn.
you know where you're at, buddy? Sometimes they ask me too, like, "Oh yeah, my husband's a police officer. Do you guys give discounts?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, for you, plus charge, extra $30."
It's been a while since I've been asked for military discount.
I get that sometimes here.
You do?
Yeah.
It's been a while. I have gotten it here though, for sure. Fort Bliss is right there. You're gonna get, but then who does give military discounts in El Paso? Is there anybody?
I'm sure there's a lot of places that do.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Like
Like
IHOP
if-
or some shit.
No, yeah, places do. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, for real? Like-
People always ask me that. Like Lowe's asks me that all the time.
Oh yeah.
And
Like
military?
if I'm military or I get that a lot.
Do you have your ID? That's fucked up. Are you assuming? Yeah, it's funny. Even like when, like you're saying, people that ask you for handouts and stuff. Like sometimes they'll they want all this stuff, all these piercings, all this jewelry, and oh, you can't like give me a discount or do this or because I'm getting this, and I'll try to work with them and I'll help them out. All right, thank you. And then they get out and walk into their Cadillac and then just leave like, oh, you fucking piece of
they
shit.
afford that Cadillac.
Right?
That's how they did it.
Right, was-
Swindling everybody.
was
They
I
probably
being-
do that for everything. Probably when they go
Oh,
eat,
yeah, right.
oh, you know, complain to the manager, get that shit free. Just people do that kind of shit, man.
Karens.
Karens. Yeah.
Yeah, that's happened too. Like
Any
what-
little stupid little thing on their food, and they'll make a big
Oh, you
thing
know what?
so that they don't pay, you know, or pay less.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Anything
This is
that complains.
undercooked. This, and they'll still fucking eat it, you know.
And then write a mean Yelp review.
I got influence. I'll make a Google,
I'm an
a
influencer.
bad Google review. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think all that's like we're saying it's part of that agenda just to make people so
Yeah, just a victim mentality to
victim.
fucking-
Yeah, exactly. Victim
and like it's to
mentality and-
better yourself, so it's not really a victim. You're just kind of using that to get your way into. So you're really like a shark, like a predator. Like,
Even sometimes reading Yelp reviews. I mean, we should do that on the show sometime. But like sometimes I'll read them.
Oh man, I gotta.
Oh,
I
it's
got one.
funny.
I've got,
gotta
I've got a
Google
few
it.
ones.
Yeah, last time we were at the dentist and I was just reading, you know, what they're saying about his dentist at the time, and somebody kind of went off like, "Oh, this dentist sucks. I waited here forever," and they're just a really bad review. But then the answer was like, the dentist office replying like, "Sorry, we had to fire you and let you go." And then
You
right
kept looking at our client's feet. We had to, I'm sorry, we had to
it
let
makes
you go.
sense. Like, what? Like, fucking people. Like, you got nothing better to do than hold like that.
Yeah, you're just hearing one side of the story, right? And of course they're gonna be like, no, him, and me.
Yeah, and that's the way we're being raised, or people are being raised now. Or what was your story?
My story with what
Yelp review or whatever.
Yelp review. The Google it was a Google review. Oh well, it was with my ex. Remember?
I remember.
You remember? You know what I'm talking about?
For here,
You got her pregnant.
She walked in to get a tattoo, left pregnant.
Yeah, some bullshit along those lines.
You know, say she was already pregnant.
Can't get her pregnant to go pregnant, am I right? We have a segment called the Black Lantern, where we give our guests some questions for them to answer. You want to start,
Right
Mario?
on. Right on.
I think
Down.
Tiny wanted to go first.
Yeah, Tiny.
Tiny's down. So we
Watch
got.
out, there's a mouse trap in there.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I got like 2 or 3. Let me see. There you go. All right. If you can have dinner with any 3 people, past or present, who would it be? Fuck, dinner with 3 people, past or present. Well, like
That's a good one.
celebrities or just people in my life or
Anyone, I guess.
Anyone, past or present.
dinner.
Be you
Fuck.
3 right now.
Dinner.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm down.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh, Jeffrey Dahmer. And then like a fat guy, so you could just be staring at him the whole time.
Be Peter North. No. Who would be good, man? To have dinner with
Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy, yeah, it's all porn stars. And Jenna Jameson. Fuck, who would be good, man? I don't know why Miles Davis, for some reason, he always seems to have some deep ass answer for everything, man.
Miles
I don't know if you ever
Davis.
seen, like, ask him some shit and he'll come back with some deep ass fucking answer. Like he has the answer to fucking the universe.
Miles Davis.
Miles Davis. Like, look him up every time he entered. Like, damn, he has some deep ass fucking comeback. I don't know. So I guess good conversation people. You know, it's good. You know, I like to eat dinner and have a good conversation. Somebody funny. I don't know. Would be funny. I don't know.
Gallagher.
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 Start smashing the whole fucking bowl of plates.
Or just some watermelon. Oh, this looks so good.
That's a good-ass watermelon. Right. Fuck. I can't even think about that, man. That's
Miles Davis.
Miles Davis. I don't know why. Like
You
he
got
has
2 more empty seats.
2 more empty seats, man.
The
I guess,
dog from Wishbone.
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley. I don't know. Just deep conversation people, I guess. I don't know.
Martin
I like
Luther King.
Martin Luther King, Malcolm X.
Cleopatra.
But maybe a musician. I don't know. Jim Morrison. Miles Davis, Jim Morrison, and
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley.
Nice. So musicians, right? Well, what's Miles Davis? He's a musician.
They're all
too?
musicians. Fuck, they're all musicians. I guess I like musicians.
Right.
Shit, yeah.
It makes you kind of like a groupie.
I'll carry their fucking instruments.
I'm gonna cut
I'll
your
be
steak
serving.
for
Hey,
you,
want,
sir.
want some butter?
I mean, to chew it up for you and feed it to you.
Cause a big old argument with all these guys talking about different musical theories. And
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I do like musicians.
What about you, Noah?
What about you? No, it's
Probably like Michael B. Jordan, Chris Hemsworth,
Jake Gyllenhaal.
but they just have to be shirtless.
but the new Jake Gyllenhaal,
Yeah, the
ripped
UFC
one,
fighter. Jake.
The rip Jake.
And you had to wear your sandals. 2, 3.
or you wouldn't go Donnie Darko Gyllenhaal.
Oh, that's the hot one right
All
there.
skinny.
Oh, you're right. That's
Jim
the
Troyer.
hot Jake
Oh.
Gyllenhaal.
what's that?
Probably Tyler the
Troy.
Creator, for sure.
Tyler the Creator.
He'd be cool. Frank Ocean,
Musicians too.
musicians.
Michael B. Jordan.
No, Michael
And-
B. Jordan.
What-
You
what-
were serious about Michael
Nah.
B. Jordan?
Can I
No,
be,
no, I was just
Can I be
kidding.
in Creed 4, please? Just harass him.
He's the dude putting Vaseline on his body and stuff.
Right, the whole time harassing him. Probably Kanye. No, no, I don't know.
What's wrong with Kanye? He probably.
No, I'm
be
sure he'd be
interesting.
cool. Yeah, I'd like to
Interesting.
talk to him, but I just can't be seen with him. No, man, I don't know who else. Deadpool.
Deadpool. Make people laugh.
Mm,
And your dad.
my dad. And my dad.
Your daddy.
Loki.
Loki.
Yeah, do those two.
Who would your 3 be?
Oh man, I don't know. That'd be a tough one.
Be George Washington.
Nah. Yeah, I mean, I could see going like a comedic route with some comedians.
I'm just talking shit about you the whole time. and
Yeah,
roasting
just
you.
yeah, I'm sure it'd be funny. Like you're saying, somebody who can
Conversation, right?
conversation. I'm sure like some comedians.
Oh, and Danny DeVito. I'll have Danny DeVito. then.
Danny DeVito. And Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I mean, it could be anybody, right? I mean,
How about Jesus Christ?
Oh.
Oh.
Can you please turn Xander into a fish? He doesn't believe in you.
Me and Jesus. I'm just there like.
Got
So
this friend
Xander.
Xander, and he says you're not real. Oh yeah, Jesus, Santa Claus, and
The Easter Bunny.
oh, you'd be in trouble, Xander.
Right? Be all pale. No, I'm just gonna get an appetizer.
Yeah, Xander, Jesus, and
Santa Claus.
He's dropping cotton balls everywhere.
quick, Jesus, turn this guy's.
I didn't order wine.
thought I had a glass of water.
Fuck, it's fucking funny.
You, Xander.
Probably go with like Gigi Allen,
Oh, you want mayhem? Mayhem at the dinner
Eric
table.
Andre. And what the fuck is his name? The Comeback King.
The Comeback King.
What the fuck is the one that didn't get raped by Michael Jackson?
Oh, Corey
Feldman.
Feldman.
Corey Feldman. There you go. Yeah, so it'd be Gigi Allen, Eric Andre, Corey Feldman.
What the
Nice.
fuck?
It'd be a great
So
dinner.
G.G. Allen would just flip the fucking table over and
Stick the ravioli up his ass.
yeah, fuck yeah, and eat it.
Yeah. Maybe Jesus. That's a. If one of them like had like prior plans, Jesus,
A strong 4.
or maybe like Muhammad, and I take a picture of him. Ah, got him.
Well, it's not gonna be Jesus at the table. It's just gonna be some random guy. And
I
you're gonna
mean,
be like,
Jesus.
Hi, my name's Jesus. I work at the Home Depot.
he has
The Home
Jesus
Depot.
in him.
You hardly don't see that out here though, huh? The Home Depot, like the paisas at the Home Depot.
It's because the whole city's made up of them. Like, you know,
You have to go. You have to go early.
They're all taken by 12 o'clock. No, do they? I haven't seen them. In LA, it's very common. There's a shitload of, people waiting at Home Depot, not necessarily Mexican, but there's a lot of fucking Mexicans. Yeah, hanging out at the
Those
Home
are the
Depot.
good ones.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
actually,
get the
yeah.
Koreans to do my roof work.
Yeah. And they just fucking hang out, and somebody just comes, hey, I need 4 people. We're building this. Oh, fuck.
We're filming a movie. It's called.
We're doing a podcast.
It's called Backdoor Sluts 12. Oh man, that'd be so funny. Huh? Just pick him up. Just drive to the weirdest fucking
They just
warehouse.
walk into the house. It's just an empty room with a black couch.
And a camera just like
Senor.
that.
Like the Amazing Racist. Remember the Amazing
Oh
Racist?
man,
That dude was
fucking
horrible,
hilarious.
man.
She would pick him up and drive him to the
He took
border
to the
patrol.
yeah, the border patrol.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, the Amazing Racist was like, dude, how that fucker survived all that shit is crazy.
He would take his. He would be wearing like a Klan outfit, and he'd be like in a black city at a gas station, and he'd walk up to a guy. Hey man, excuse me, man, give me a little bit of gas
Can I get some gas money, bro?
with the hood.
Dude, it was.
Jeez.
Yeah, he'd go dressed like a geisha into a fucking Chinese restaurant and shit, and be mocking them and shit.
He'd walk in with,
That's
like-
fucked up.
To a Asian restaurant with like a dog and a cat. How much can I get for these men? It's good meat. I'm just trying to get rid of this.
No, he went into what? The dry cleaners with a fucking Klansman robe, right? And it was
Yeah,
a
it's like
black
a
dude.
black dry cleaner.
Okay,
Yeah,
I've
the
seen
black
that
dry
one.
cleaner.
Just trying to get this
man.
washed, man.
Trying to get this washed, bro. Damn, dude. I guess shock value, right? It's been going on forever, right? For shock value, comedians using shock value. Remember Dice Clay?
But it's the limits definitely get pushed, right?
Oh, for sure. Like so I'm saying, I don't know how the fuck he survived all that shit, dude. Somebody liable to fuck him up.
I do think that's a good thing about comedy. Is that it pushes the limits of what society thinks is okay, and it kind of expands our minds. I think a little bit and makes us. Because if you could laugh at that, then you understand that it's not okay. So I always feel like it's weird when people are like, "Oh, like you made a joke about this race. That's you're racist," and it's like, no, like we're joking because we know that's wrong, and so flipping it and pretending it's not wrong is funny. So that's what I always thought that it was weird when people get offended at comedy.
Yeah, that's one thing that definitely happens nowadays is people are very touchy, man. Very, very sensitive.
Yeah, like when
And,
Chappelle
yeah.
dropped that special. Remember all that backlash with Netflix and
Yeah, man, it's just I don't know. I think touching on it is better than just making it taboo, leaving it as just a forbidden subject or no, I think as long as you put it in people's faces and address it somehow is healthier than just having it as so taboo and like having it like bottled up till it explodes into a riot, literally race riot. It's happened, the fucking
But I think, the agenda by keeping it that way will always keep that view on it where, like you're saying, it's not just comedy, we can move on with our day.
right.
Nobody really thinks that way, but by the agenda pointing their finger at it, it keeps people, it keeps the small few that think that way, it keeps them as the loudest and,
Yeah, right.
the focus on it, so more people so that's just thrown in your face, and it keeps that instead of,
I don't know. To me, it's more the ultimate separation is poor and rich.
and that's the one that's not thrown. because that's the real one.
That's the real thing.
And they
that
try to distract
separates.
you with, oh, look at all these other
all the other
differences,
ones are
but it's like, that's
distractions.
the
Yeah,
real.
That's
Yes.
the real one. That
Yes, that's the real. What is that? Classism or
Yeah, for sure.
right? I think that's the real divider right there. Because in the rich guys' world, it don't matter what the fuck you are, as long as you got money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can be Iraqian, you could be fucking African, whatever. You got
Russian.
money, you're in the club. You know?
Man, this last month was rough for me. I had to pay taxes. Oh, I had to pay property taxes. It was just a lot of money that I'm just throwing away, and I was just thinking about it the other day. Like, fuck, like why, I get it that we pay taxes and things move, but if we can band together and everybody argue about like, why are we just giving away so much money on that instead of fighting about stupid things.
Right.
Like, and by us having to pay that and just, the way, like, I was talking to somebody else about, they're trying to get a house, and in order to get a house, you need to show so much credit, and it's like, it just keeps you,
It's impossible.
it just keeps you working. It just keeps you working for their agenda. I mean, I don't know if for the most part, it is their agenda, right? Keeping,
Oh hell yeah, dude! All the interest rates, all that.
yeah, you're never out of it. You're
Yeah.
never out of it, and you could be paying on a house for 30, 40 years. You give it to your son as soon as they didn't make, the tax payments or
bank
property
takes it and-
Yeah, the bank takes it, and it goes back. It's like Monopoly, you know what I mean? It's
Right. Like everything's on loan, right? You never really own
no, you never
your
own
house. You never
anything.
really own shit. You have a car, you have to put tags on it every year. Otherwise, you can't drive it, or they'll take it away.
Yeah, right.
And it's not even like you can go out and be like, you know what, I'm just gonna break free from society and go into the middle of nowhere and just live my life. Nope, because someone owns that land, and you still have to pay, and you're still in someone's country. Like, yeah, you can't escape here. So you gotta go join like those uncontacted tribes in like Brazil, just wear grass skirts and fucking
Well,
throw
shit, no,
spears
no.
at helicopters. Like,
The older,
They're the freest.
the older I get, the more that makes sense. All the people that fucking go out to the country and live out in the boonies and live off the land and shit. A lot of people.
even then, they're not
Consider them
free. They
crazy,
still
but-
have shit
well-
that they have to fucking.
Well, it's
Deal
yeah.
with it.
Eventually, the park ranger will get to them out there in the mountain, right, and regulate their ass that way. But I mean, it makes more sense. People just want to be free, and it sounds like hippie-ish or cliche or whatever, but it really makes sense now. The older I get, and
Yeah,
the
it's
reason
all-
why I got land way the fuck out there, because hopefully it'll last way the fuck out there a little longer. I don't really want to be surrounded by so many people, man. Neighbors can get all in your business, and
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
complain about your sounds.
Yeah,
and-
all that shit. So I got to, I got
There's
a little
always all
separation
these
between our
random
walls.
Home Depot workers in the back showering. I don't know what's going on at Mondo's place.
It's weird at my girlfriend's house. She lives in a cul-de-sac, and the way they have it is like they already have like a car parked, so they park like another one. So like.
Oh, okay, I've seen that.
And then next door is a firefighter, and they said that the firefighter, well, because they're chill with everyone else, and they don't talk to the people with the firefighter, and that the morning of there was a ticket on the window, like he called the cops, like damn, like
asshole.
total.
Yeah, see how that shit's bullshit. I'm glad I won't have to deal with that shit as soon as I'm in that property, man. It won't be that bad. Like
But you're still gonna have to. I mean, my biggest thing is, it's your land, and you're still gonna be paying taxes, and like
Yeah.
you'll never be free from that. And
Yeah, and it's never
Right,
really
right.
yours. You're
Right.
kind of just
That's what
like
I'm saying,
it's
like,
on
you
loan
never
to
really
you.
own it.
And you
I know how to be free.
How do you be free?
Kill yourself, man.
I don't know.
See, yeah, it's ultimate. You have to pay taxes. No, I don't. I can shoot myself in the head right now. You want to bet? Yeah. See, when I die, like, just like taxidermy my body and just set me up right here doing the podcast forever. Like my dick.
Shit, there's people who do that, right? They prop up the dead. There was this guy who, I guess he was a player. He was dressed up all in chains. And like,
Oh, I
Did you
saw
see that?
that.
Did
That
you
was
see that?
nuts.
I saw one where the dude was on the motorcycle and he's like all like he's still going on the crotch rocket and yeah, he's dead. They have him in the
yeah,
house.
dude,
like-
that's I don't know, dude. Is that like
I'm down.
inhumane? Is that like
I don't like
I'm all
that.
down
That's
for
so
that.
yeah,
weird.
that's dumb. That's
that's fucked
silly.
up, right? Like
Yeah, it's-
the dead guy had no choice in that. Like he'd be embarrassed as
Oh,
fuck. Probably.
nah.
That's probably his
No?
fucking
Yeah,
decision.
Or you think he
his
said it?
decision.
I'm saying as yeah, the
It's
the
gotta be
guy's
a dying
dead.
wish,
He
huh?
doesn't care. Like he's not like in.
You wouldn't want to be propped up like if you're tattooing? Eyes shut.
I mean, I don't care what. I mean, I think it's just more for the ones that are there, or,
Yeah, exactly.
To have a good
For all
memory.
I care, throw me in the trash.
right?
I always tell my parents, like, if I die early, like, don't give me one of those sad religious funerals where like the song's playing in the background. It's me in the clouds with the wings. Like don't do that. Like, yeah, just
Yeah,
fucking
like
have
you
a
said,
badass party and bury me and burn me. I don't.
But it's like you said,
Get
it's more
fucked
for
up.
them. They want to remember you that way.
Yeah.
They want to in their mind hope that you
Ay,
found the
mijo.
salvation and that you went up. You know.
Because that, like what you just said, I always think that's funny when people say, "When I die, do this." It's like, no, you're dead. You have no say in it. How about last week? You were talking about if you can program pain into an AI
To describe pain.
to describe pain, and I was thinking with pressure, and I'm sure it can feel it's being touched, and I'm sure you can program pain into it
To react.
to react. But if you never programmed any of that, it wouldn't know pain. Where you can walk up to a 2-year-old who doesn't even know the word, and pinch him, and they'll feel pain. You know what I mean? But a computer would never feel pain, or
So I think you.
understand it. You don't think it can
or understand it. I mean, it would understand it, but it would have to be told it.
I think you can program a computer where it doesn't understand it, but it still feels it, and so it's just like you're torturing it.
No, I see. I don't think you could torture.
I
a
don't
computer.
see. I don't see why you can't. I think, like I said last time, I think we're just robots, but we're like made by nature instead of made by
I'm not.
evil
I'm not like
scientists.
this guy.
You're more like me
Nothing
than you know.
be like me.
He's
Well-
trying to be like us.
Well, like, what about the people like who their nerves, right? Like that's how they're programmed. So like when their nerves are cut, and sometimes you like light them on fire, and they're
What's
They're good, they
electric
don't feel
signals,
any-
right? Pain. It's electric signals being sent up to the brain. That's how we know all this shit is hot, right?
Yes, yeah, for sure. And so yeah, I'm sure you could program that to a computer as opposed to like telling it if your sensors
Go
feel
off,
a temperature.
make it do this or something. Or...
Yeah, but it's not. It's going off. It's not feeling it.
See, I think what it just comes down to is whether the robot is conscious or not. Because if it's conscious, then I guess it's feeling, right, and seeing and shit. But if it's not, then yeah, it's just reacting.
Have you seen that movie Megan?
No, I've been wanting
Megan. It's a new movie.
she has feelings.
She starts to develop, kind of like she starts to learn how to judge, based on it keeps getting data, right? So
Which is
she's
kind of like what humans do, right? We keep getting
yeah,
data.
pretty much, and you process it and then you react. So she follows this little girl around, and she follows her to a camp where she encounters a bully, right? And the bully's starting to fuck with her, and the robot's catching it, right? And it's being cool about it until the fucking bully actually tries to attack her, and then yeah, well, I don't want to give it away, but she takes care of that, right?
It's like, no,
So-
like, don't talk about my dad.
About my rice. Don't
About
talk
my
about-
rice. My dad's rice.
Yeah, so, and the more and more it learns, the more it becomes more violent, because maybe that's the human way, that's the way that's how she processes it. And the more she comes in contact, the more she's like, because the neighbor was a bitch, the neighbor had conflict with the mom and shit over the dog. Anyways, the more it comes in contact with humans, the more fucked up its thought process is, the more it becomes a murder,
Like, I think if you program a computer and you told it, if you have your sensor and if it picks up this temperature, keep going. Like, I think you can make a computer kill itself where a human wouldn't.
So, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just think it comes down to whether it's conscious or not. Because if it is,
And
and it might have like a sense of self.
Preservation.
But-
Yeah, I'm
exactly.
saying it wouldn't. I'm saying if you had a computer and you had it, you program it to keep moving towards the heat, then it would, and I think it would destroy itself. If that's what it was programmed to, it would keep advancing till it burned. It wouldn't be like, oh, I'm feeling pain, I'm gonna stop. Where a human would, you can't get a little kid's hand and put it in fire, even though they don't understand it. They know it, it burns, or it's like a human would know that where a computer would be taught and can
So-
be taught either way.
Would you say? Well, you could program it that like when it's getting near to it, like its death. No, like wouldn't that be like the ultimate pain? And you don't think it could find it? Way
Yeah,
to
so I'm
stop
saying the
itself?
computer would not. If you program it, that it's going to follow those orders, no matter what the orders are. It's not going to back off like, oh no, I'm gonna.
I think
destroy
I
myself.
think if it was conscious, it would be able to back off because it would be able to make its own.
If it was yeah,
Decisions.
but that's what I'm saying. But I don't think they are conscious.
I don't think they are right now, but I think it's possible. I don't see why. I don't see anything physically stopping that from happening. Yeah, I guess unless you believe like in a spirit or something that they just can never have. But
I feel like it would be hard to program them to like feel, like just how I was saying like last time, like you know you punch it and then later when it's off or
Ouch.
when it's home, like it's like man, like
that
why did he
hurt.
punch me?
The robots at home like
Like I thought we were friends, you know, like
Yeah,
something
it's
more
more
like
hurt- it's
I feel
more
like
hurt
that would be
feelings.
hard,
it's all sad.
heartbroken, like
Like I'm saying, do you think you could program it to always do something, and then on its own, it would decide not to?
I think that's possible.
Well, that's kind of what Megan did. She calculated. It was calculations. Oh, the probability of this guy Robert. You know.
So it's better for me to kill this thing than
Yeah.
to.
It's better to kill it. You know, and it always ended up being that way because, I guess that's the way. I don't know. It became conscious. I guess. Like you know, started making decisions on its own.
There's this game I play called RimWorld. I think I told you about it, and it's like a simulation where you're just rimming all day.
Getting rib jobs.
Rim jobs.
Rib job is.
They find me in my room. What are you doing, Xander? Nothing.
is he doing that VR game RimWorld again?
Are you rimming again? We told you not to be doing that. No, yeah, it's kind of like almost like Sims, like a colony simulation, like a simulation, and you control the people and tell them what to do, the little pawns. But you kind of like crash land on a planet, and then you kind of just build a society and start to survive, and you could hunt and grow food and build your bases and make prisons and all this shit. And you can go hunt, and yeah, you can like shoot the animals. And I remember like you would shoot them and like. In the game, they're like, "Wah, wah," and they start bleeding, and they run away from you, and you can keep hunting them, and you kill them, and they die, and then it shows like the moods of people and with their thoughts, and even other animals, and sometimes the animals will be like depressed because it saw his mother being killed or something,
What
and,
the fuck?
and I remember like there was a certain point at time where I had to stop playing it for a couple of months because I was like, are these real? Like, are these tiny simulations somehow in some way in some process feeling something like some kind of pain, some kind of sadness, and it fucked me up for a while. Like, fuck, and I
Is
had to
that
stop
when you changed
playing.
your handle to sad boy?
Sad
boy.
emo boy 915.
Started posting all those
my
sad
hair like
Simpson
this.
edits.
What really is pain? Yeah, I had to stop
Here.
playing for a while because I was like, fuck, like.
See, I would say that it would just be text that's programmed onto the.
Yeah, so I think it. I don't think they're really alive, but I overthought it. I got too high one day and I overthought it, and I was like, man, like
Man,
there's some bits of like little bite-sized information of pigs that are all sad, and it's my fault. I killed his mom.
yeah, like how do you measure heartbrokenness? Like, is there a way to measure pain? Right, like you can measure pain, though. Like,
I feel pain.
well, I mean, I don't know.
No,
Probably
yeah, you
not.
can, and that's what I'm saying. I don't think an AI would ever understand that. I mean, you can program it and you can tell it that, and it can trick you into saying it knows, but it won't. I don't think. It's all math, like measurements.
So is it all math that explains why Toad's always fucking the toasters?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's just instinct.
Or is that like real horniness? 'Cause I can't tell at this point.
So that toaster better calm down.